He wasn't even supposed to play, and by the end of the night, he was the reason Dallas is still alive. Brandon Williams, a name you probably didn't even have on your radar, just became the spark plug the Dallas Mavericks never saw coming, and it couldn't have happened at a better time. Let's rewind to Wednesday night. The Mavs were facing the Sacramento Kings in a winner-go-home play-in tournament battle. Tensions were high. And Brandon Williams? He was a game-time decision with a strained oblique. Most fans weren't even sure if he'd suit up. But when he checked in with just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter, Dallas trailing 25-23, something clicked. Devin Carter hits a pair of free throws, putting the Kings up by 3. Then on the very next possession, Williams slips behind the arc, wide open. Caleb Martin finds him, and boom, tie game. A minute into the second quarter, Williams drives, draws defenders, and dishes to a wide-open P.J. Washington. Floater bucket, tie game again. Then Derek Lively finds him for another spot up the 3. 30 seconds later, Williams buries another triple. 11 points in less than 2 minutes, either scored or assisted by Williams. The Mavs go on an 11-2 run, and suddenly they're up by 6. When he came in, they were down. When he left the court just 6 minutes later, they were up 8. You thought he was done? Nope. With under 4 minutes left in the half, Williams checks back in and immediately tosses a perfect lob to Anthony Davis for an easy 2. Then back-to-back threes off the pick and roll with AD. By halftime, Dallas leads 71-48. Just like that, the Mavs are in full control. Brandon Williams came out of Arizona in 2021, but had to sit out his sophomore season after knee surgery. Instead of returning to college, he bet on himself, heading to the G League. His first NBA look came with the Trail Blazers, where he showed real promise in limited minutes. But it was the Mavericks who saw something more. He signed a 2-way deal with Dallas this season and saw barely any playing time, just 8.6 minutes per game until the end of February. Then Kyrie Irving went down. In March, Williams averaged over 16 points a game and earned himself a full-time NBA contract, his first ever. Fast forward to Wednesday night. 1 week after signing that standard deal, Brandon Williams steps onto the court and becomes the difference maker in the most important game of Dallas' season. 17 points, 5 assists, plus 24 in 18 minutes. Narrator, reflective. It wasn't Luka, it wasn't Kyrie, it wasn't even Klay Thompson. It was the 25-year-old journeyman who'd spent more time in the G League than in an NBA rotation. Now, with one more game standing between Dallas and a spot in the NBA playoffs, all eyes are on Memphis. But don't be surprised if Brandon Williams is right in the middle of it again. Because when the Mavs needed someone most, he showed up. Brandon Williams didn't just earn a contract, he earned a moment, and maybe, just maybe, a future in this league.